Hi guys, today we continue our Pool 3 tier list. I left it at the half of the cards because there are a lot of cards and I like to ramble on about each card, so I didn't want to have an hour or more video, so I cut it in half. Today we are going to talk about the other half of the cards, so buckle up because we are gonna do this today. I hope you enjoy the tier list, and if you do, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I really want those 1,000 subs, bro. Help me out. So yes, let's do this, and we start right away with the Juggernaut. I love the Juggernaut. He's a cool card, a cool effect, and he's a cool character, dude. How wouldn't you love this dude that he just can't be stopped? This is awesome, bro. And the mechanic is cool too. He offers a lot of control. You have the classic combo with a storm. You play a storm, and the next turn you Juggernaut and you just win a location. But that isn't all that Juggernaut does. You can couple Juggernaut with the Kingpin and do some crazy combos. If you know what the opponent is going to do in a given turn, let's say a 5th turn or a 6th turn, and you have initiative, you can negate even a Odin. You know they are going to play a Odin for sure, and you have initiative. You slap a Juggernaut and you move the Odin and deny them. The thing is, it isn't an easy card to use to take advantage to its full potential, and besides that, he offers a very low stat line. So he isn't that strong either. So he's a B-tier card, of course, but I have to say that I really like the card. I like the art, and I like the character, and I like the mechanic, but it is a B-tier card. Then we have the Kingpin, and the same goes for the Kingpin. I love the character, I love the art, and I love the effect. It's something so original. Please, bro, let me know who designed this card so I can kiss that person, because Kingpin is awesome. But we know that he isn't that strong. It is really hard to pull a combo off. But he's a card that defines an archetype, you know, and that is cool. But he isn't strong, and we know it. So Kingpin is a C-tier card. But bro, I don't care. I still love the Kingpin. Yes, he isn't that strong, but he has one of the more fun decks in the game. I love the Kingpin, but yeah, unfortunately, he's a C-tier card. Then we have the Leader. Yes, we arrived at this piece of shit. The fucking Leader, dude. I hate the Leader. And you guys know this. I hate the Leader. Why do you hate the Leader? Does the Leader sucks? Yes, he sucks, but not because he isn't powerful. He sucks because he is too powerful, and he always wins games against me because he copies my stuff and destroy me, bro. The Leader is too good, and that is why I hate him. The Leader is an A-tier card. Leader is powerful. I can't deny the reality, bro. The Leader is really, really good. If you lock the Leader, you can play him. He is great, bro. He is disruptive. He copies the cards of the enemy, and if the enemy is going to play something good, you Leader and you win the game. For sure, it is a card that is really surprising. You don't expect the Leader, and that is one of the most powerful things the Leader offers. The Leader is really, really good, and that is why I hate him, because he always takes me by surprise and win against me. So yes, there you go. We are out of the way of the fucking Leader, bro. Then we got Lockjaw. I love Lockjaw, bro. Lockjaw has one of the coolest effects in the game, bro. It is an archetype defining card. It is original. It is a fun mechanic, bro. Playing cards in the Lockjaw lane and something good coming out is one of the most satisfying things you can do in Marvel Snap. I love Lockjaw. He's really powerful. He has two of the most cool decks in the game. I'm talking about the Lockjaw on Reveal deck, and one of my favorite decks right now, the Discard Casino, the Lockjaw Discard with Dracula and Lockjaw. It is an awesome, very strong deck, one of the strongest in the game right now. So yes, Lockjaw is an A-tier card for sure. Then we have Magic. And Magic is an A-tier card, and I will say it right away. Magic, before the nerf, if you guys don't know this, Magic was able to be played on the 6th turn. Right now, you can't play Magic on the 6th turn. You only have until the 5th turn to play Magic. But Magic was able to be played until the 6th turn, and when it was that way, Magic was an S tier card. The ability to surprise the opponent when they play their biggest card, they reveal their strongest play, and you play a Magic and extend the game and they already revealed all their stuff. That is really powerful. Of course, this is no longer the case, but she's still really good. You are still able to extend the game and wait for your combo pieces. Magic enables a lot of control or combo oriented decks so they can find their combo and pull it off. Magic continues to be strong, so Magic is at least an A tier card, bro, because the ability to extend the game is really strong. Nobody can deny this, bro, and Magic is played in a lot of decks that want to find extra combo pieces and they need the extra door of the extra turn. Then we have Magneto. And I'll be honest, to a lot of people, Magneto is an A tier card. For me, it is a B tier card. Magneto is just a Hulk, bro. Magneto is just a Hulk. And you will say to me, but the ability to move cards, I don't give a fuck about the ability to move cards. It is good. It can win you a lot of games. Magneto is really good with the Kingpin. I recommend that combo. And you can even take cards out of locked locations. So that is great. In that case, Magneto is awesome, but Magneto is a double-edged sword that sometimes it can play against you. Of course, you have to be smart so that doesn't happen. But the fact that it can happen, take him down a notch for me. And I love Magneto, the character. He is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. But I don't really like him in Marvel Snap. I'll be honest. He can be an A tier card. We could make an argument to push into the A tier. But for me right now, Magneto is a B tier. He's just a Hulk, bro, with excess steps. Then we have Maximus. This is easy. Maximus is a C tier card. He could be a D tier card. I don't give him a D tier card because he's used in some strong decks. Even in Serra Miracle, which is one of the strongest decks in the game. So I can't give him a D because of that. Because if the card is played in one of the strongest decks, that says that it isn't the worst, you know. But as I already talked in the other video, giving the opponent cards isn't that good, bro. It isn't that good. The ability to draw cards in Marvel Snap is really good, and you are giving 2 cards to the opponent, bro. That is rough. Of course, you get 7 power for 3 energy, but the drawback is devastating, bro. So you have to be really careful with how you play Maximus. But since he can be useful, I can give him a D tier, so I will give him a C tier. And Maximus has some cool variants, bro, by the way. We have Mr. Negative. And I'll be honest, Mr. Negative has been in decline in the last patches. He has been nerfed several times. Cards that he supported were nerfed as well. So his power has been declining a lot. So that's why I'm tempted to put him in the B tier. But at the same time, Mr. Negative is an archetype defining card. A lot of decks and a lot of strategies revolve around having a Mr. Negative in the deck. So, and those decks are explosive, surprising decks that can rake up a lot of cubes in the last turn. So that's why I also want to put Mr. Negative in the A tier, just because how impactful he is in the meta, you know. Because he defines an entire archetype and he's a really fun card to play. A cool mechanic, a cool concept, a cool idea. Mr. Negative decks are fun and you have to think about your turns. All of that is cool and all. But the power level, is Mr. Negative at the power level of other powerful cards right now? Bro, I'm looking at the cards in the A tier and I see Mr. Negative a couple notches down, you know. He's an archetype defining card and he's cool, but right now I say Mr. Negative is a B tier card. But you could say he's an A tier. If you don't like that I put him in the B tier, imagine I put it in the A tier. But for me right now, he isn't as strong as he once was. But don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing on Mr. Negative because he's really good and he's really fun. Then we have Moyo. Moyo is good. Moyo is played in a lot of ongoing decks and on Su decks that want to play a lot of cards. but he isn't that strong. It is pretty easy to navigate him because the opponent knows that if your opponent sees the Mojo, they aren't going to feel the lane, you know. So you have to play Mojo like the last card on the location to get advantage. It isn't really easy to pull that off, and you have to do too much to get too few points, you know. So that's why I don't like Mojo a lot, but Mojo is good in the right circumstances, like the Spectrum ongoing deck. We are going to put our boy Mojo in the C tier, of course. Moon Knight, I'll be honest, I like Moon Knight. Personally, I like Moon Knight. Moon Knight has won me games just because he discards the most important combo piece from the opponent, dude. That is really, really strong, bro. But we have to know that Moon Knight can't be anything better than a B. We all know it because his effect is cool, but he only offers 3 power for 3 energy. We discard something, it isn't something targeted. We could discard something stupid. But it is really cool that we can disrupt a combo piece from the opponent. I really like that aspect because it has won me games, you know. So I like that a lot. I like the character, I like the card, but he isn't anything more than a B, and we all know it. In fact, some people could argue he could be a C, but I will leave in a B because I am biased towards Moon Knight. Then we have Mysterio. Mysterio is the favorite card of Marvel Snap's creator Ben Brode. And Mysterio is really strong. And you can say that this is the favorite card of the creator because Mysterio is OP, bro. Mysterio is OP. He is only an 8-tier card. But I believe personally that Mysterio is too strong. And I feel very strongly about this. Mysterio is a 2-5, bro. The other 2-5 card in the game is Lizard. I love Lizard. I like that card a lot. I said it in the tier list where I make pool 1 where the Lizard is. But Lizard to be a 2-5 has a very strong drawback that if the opponent feels the lane, you lose 3 power, so you end up with a 2-2. Bro, Mysterio is the same, a 2-5, but doesn't have a drawback, dude. In fact, he has a plus because he deceives your opponent by not letting them know where you played your Mysterio. So why my boy Lizard has to have a drawback for the same power that you have with an upside ability, bro? That is power creep, my dude. That is power creep. So you have that bullshit in pool 1 where you get the drawback, and in pool 3 you have a card that doesn't have a drawback for the same stat line. That is power creep, my dude. And I know some people will say, bro, but Mysterio sometimes can work against you. And that is true. Depending on the locations, you know, there are locations that Mysterio is bullshit. For example, if you have a Bar Sinister in one location and you play Mysterio in another location, the illusion that is played on Bar Sinister will replicate and you will fill the lane with 0 power illusions. That is stupid. I know that those drawbacks exist, but that isn't a good enough drawback, bro, because you won't find all those locations all games. Most games you won't have any of that bullshit, dude. Most games because every card of the Mysterio trigger, you know, the illusions, they function as on reveals. So even then they are good because they trigger. You play a Mysterio, he triggers 3 times the Bishop. You play a Mysterio in a lane, the illusion triggers Angela in another lane. So it ends up being an extra good ability on top of the 5 power that he naturally gets. And plus he can surprise the opponent in the last turn because they don't know where is the real Mysterio, bro. So why the fuck is my boy Lizard a drawback in 2-5? Give my boy Lizard to 6 at least, bro. If you are going to give me that drawback, dude. And yes, this is my rant with Mysterio, and I like Mysterio, bro. And I like him because of that, because he's too good. Why wouldn't I like him? But I just feel it is power creep in comparison to my boy the Lizard, you know. Then we have Mystique. And if you know something about this game, you know where this is going. There isn't any other tier we could give to Mystique than the S tier, bro. Mystique is one of the most powerful cards in the game. If you unlock Mystique in your early journey in Pool 3, you are very lucky. Give thanks to the RNG gods because Mystique is really good. She enables you a lot of powerful combos. She is a staple in the craziest combos that are available in all of Marvel Snap. Mystique is really good. She finds a place in a lot of different decks. She is good in an on-reveal deck. She is good in an ongoing deck. She is good in combo decks. Bro, Mystique is crazy. I don't even have to explain anything, bro. She copies the last ongoing ability you played. So she's good with Patriot. She's good with Wong, with Onslaught. Bro, she enables a lot of crazy combos. She can even copy the Zera ability and give you extra reduction on the energy cost. Bro, Mystique is crazy, bro. We know that Mystique is an S tier card. There is no question about it. And from S tier, we get to Nick Fury. This is one of the most bullshit cards in the game. I can't even believe this card was part of the season pass, bro. So people paid $10 to get this bullshit of a card, dude. I know we don't want an overpowered card in the season pass because that will be pay to win. But give me something that can be a B at least, bro. Nick Fury sucks, dude. I thank God I didn't buy that battle pass because that is bullshit, dude. Well, the season pass is good because you get the gold and the credits and all the other bullshit. But Nick Fury just sucks. I can't imagine Nick Fury being good. He has to be rewarded or really buffed to make him work. Right now, he just sucks. And then we have Omega Red. And some people could say to me, bro, Omega Red is a C tier card. And to those people I say, I don't give a fuck about that because to me, Omega Red is just a D tier card. And you could say to me, bro, he isn't that bad as the other D tier cards. And you would be right. Nick Fury is worse, Drax is worse, Crystal is worse, Crossbones is worse, Black Bolt is worse, Baron Mordo is worse, and Agatha Harkness is worse. But I don't care. Omega Red sucks, bro. I can't imagine Omega Red being good. You had to be winning the location by a lot of points to just get 4 points more in other locations. Too much of something too hard to pull off for so little upside. You know, I don't like Omega Red. I don't like his strategies. You have to commit too much to his lane to get too little in the other lanes. I don't give a fuck about Omega Red. Then we have Patriot, and Patriot is really good. I like me some Patriot. We are going to give A tier to Patriot. Patriot is strong. He has a cool ability, and he is an archetype defining card. He enables a whole archetype. A whole archetype revolves around Patriot existing. There are cards in the game that don't have an ability that only work because Patriot exists. You have Misty Knight, you have Cyclops, you have The Thing, you have Shocker, you have Abomination. Those cards don't exist if Patriot doesn't exist, you know. Their whole reason of being is because Patriot exists. So we have to give our boy Patriot an A tier. And this wouldn't be an A tier if that deck sucked, you know. Well, what do I care if Patriot enables all those cards if the deck is bullshit? And you would be right, but the deck isn't bullshit, bro. The Patriot deck is really, really good. I love that deck. So we are going to give my boy Patriot an A tier. And I know we all agree with this. Then we have Polaris. Bro, I like Polaris. You know why? Because Polaris is good in the Kingpin deck, and I love the Kingpin deck. You guys know this, that I always talk about the Kingpin deck. I like the deck because it is fun, it is original, it isn't part of a meta tier list because the deck isn't that strong, so people really don't know how to play against the deck. I love strong, interesting decks that aren't part of the meta tier list, so it takes people by surprise. But outside of that deck, Polaris just isn't relevant. We all know this, so I have to give her a C tier. Polaris is only really good on that deck, and that deck isn't the craziest stuff either. But I like Polaris, I do like her, but we have to be honest, she's a C tier card. Then we have Psylocke. I don't have Psylocke, I haven't unlocked Psylocke yet, but I know that Psylocke is powerful. She enables a lot of strategies, dude. And I believe she can be an A tier card because she ramps up the game pretty nicely. she gets you to play your wave earlier, your Mr. Negative earlier, and she can enable you to do some crazy stuff. But since I haven't played with her, I don't really know her full potential. And before she was played in a lot of decks, but I have been seeing a decline in her play rate. And if people are swapping her out, it is because of something. So I will place her in the B category because she isn't being really played a lot right now, but she's really powerful. So she's between A and B for sure. Now we have one of the worst cards in the game. When I unlocked this card, I was really disappointed. You can see my face in my collector reserves video. Bro, this card sucks. I don't even know why this bullshit exists. If the card sucks, at least remove the thing that she has to be played in the middle location. Give her the ability that it doesn't matter where you play her, and it will still suck, bro. Quake fucking sucks. She is a D-tier card. I don't care about it. We don't have to talk a lot about it. Quake just sucks really big, juicy, veiny dick, bro. Then we have a Quinjet, and Quinjet is good, but it isn't crazy. We just will give a B to Quinjet because Quinjet is good in the Dino Collector deck, and Quinjet is good in the ongoing Spectrum deck. So, and those decks are really good, are really powerful, are really fun. So I will give a B to Quinjet, but Quinjet isn't that crazy either, you know. So you could even play those decks and not play a Quinjet. So you could make an argument to give a C to Quinjet, but I will leave it a B because we can find some use to the Quinjet. But yes, if you think Quinjet is a C, just imagine I gave Quinjet a C. But I will leave it at B. Then we have Red Skull. Red Skull isn't easy to rate, bro. Because if you rate Red Skull by himself, he's a C tier card. Because he only provides 7 power for 5 energy. Because if the enemy play 4 cards on the other side of the Red Skull, you will give 8 power to him. And so you are only playing effectively 7 points. That isn't that good. At the same time, and I'm not talking yet about the Zero deck. We are going to talk about that. But just playing Red Skull by himself, you can also divert attention from the opponent because they say, well, to take advantage of the Red Skull, I have to play on the Red Skull lane. So you could potentially take some advantage out of the Red Skull, but you are paying 5 energy, so you are giving your whole 5th turn to do that. I don't believe that is that good. But then you take into consideration the Zero deck, bro. I have a video about the Zero deck. It is one of my favorite decks. It is really strong and it is really fun to play. And then Red Skull takes to the B category, bro. Because Red Skull is one of the key pieces of that deck and he works wonders, bro. You negate the Red Skull ability with the Zero and then Red Skull gets to a whole nother level, bro. And then you can couple Red Skull with a Venom. You can couple Red Skull with a Taskmaster. And that combo is crazy, bro. So, yes, maybe Red Skull by himself is a C tier card. But in this tier list, we are talking about the whole ecosystem. And in the whole ecosystem, Red Skull is really strong when you couple him with other cards. Like I said, the Venom, the Enchantress, the Taskmaster, the Zero. Red Skull has a lot of power if you can avoid his drawback. And I am biased because I like him, so I will give a B tier to Red Skull, bro. Then we have Rescue. I don't like Rescue. Rescue was my first pull on pull 3. And right now Rescue was buffed. I pulled Rescue when she wasn't buffed, so that was a bullshit pull. And Rescue can be good, she can be played. I have played her and she has given me good results. But we have to be honest, she isn't that good, she isn't that strong. She is just a glorified Hawkeye and giving the opponent the ability to know where you are going to play next turn isn't that good. I prefer Jessica Jones because with Jessica Jones, you say to the opponent, I'm not going to play in this location, but you have 2 open locations. They don't know where you are going to play. But with Rescue, you just say to them, I'm going to play in this location. I don't like that. I don't like Rescue, bro. But it could be worse, so we are just going to give a C to Rescue. The same goes to Rock Slide. Rock Slide is just a big cork. And the ability to give the opponent 2 rocks, that is really good. That is really good. But you have to pay 4 energy to do that. So you are going to do that on the 4th turn. They only have 2 more draws. What are the odds that they draw the rock? I haven't done the math, but I don't believe it is much, you know. So a cork is better. You play a cork in the 1st turn and you are pretty much guaranteed, or you have a really high percentage of making them draw a rock in some point of the game. So I like cork a lot more than I like Rock Slide, bro. And I like Rock Slide, that is a cool ability, but maybe if it was a 3-cost card and reduces power, but at 4 energy, you aren't likely to make the opponent draw a rock, you know. So that is why I don't like him that much. Rogue, I love Rogue. I have won so many games because Rogue steals some key ongoing ability from the opponent. I like Rogue Cheese, really good in control decks. But I'll be honest, I don't know if she is a B or an A tier card, bro. I will leave her at B because she isn't meta defining, she isn't archetype defining. She doesn't offer that power that the A tier cards offer. You know, I'm taking a look at the A tier cards, and these are really powerful cards, bro. And Rogue isn't at the same height as them, you know. But Rogue is a good card, so I will leave Rogue at the B tier, bro. But I like Rogue. Know that I like Rogue a lot. Then we have Ronan the Accuser, another card I like a lot. It forms an archetype and a fun archetype, but that I have a video with a deck with Ronan the Accuser, but he isn't strong, the deck isn't that strong. I can't give Ronan the Accuser anything more than a C, bro. And you know that is being quite generous. And yes, bro, I like him, but he's a C tier card, we all know it. He isn't that good, bro. Then we have Sera. What do you think we are going to do with Sera, my dude? You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Sera is an S tier card, bro. Sera is meta defining, archetype defining. She completely dominates the meta tier list in a lot of different decks. Sera is just a cool card. If you pull Sera earlier in your pull 3 journey, just know that you are very lucky and play her because she is really good. Play her with a bunch of 2-cost cards. You will take the most advantage of Sera by playing a lot of 2-cost cards. So you play Sera on the 5th turn and on the 6th turn. Those 2-cost cards are going to you are going to play them for 1 energy. So you will play a bunch of 2-cost cards by just 1 energy, and you will just dump your whole hand on the last turn, and the opponent will be taken by surprise, and you will steal a lot of cubes. I love Sera. You can copy Sera with Mystique. Sera enables some crazy combos with Mr. Negative. You can do a lot of stuff. Sera is an S tier card for sure. Then we have Spider-Man. Bro, I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite cards in the game. His effect is really strong. I have won games by completely locking the opponent out of the game. They can't even play a single card in a whole turn, and Spider-Man has enabled me to do that. So I really like Spider-Man. I love control decks, bro, and control decks in Marvel Snap are different than in other games, and Spider-Man is one of those cards that really make you feel like you are playing control, you know. So I really like Spider-Man. If this was just my opinion and I was not trying to make an objective deck list, Spider-Man would be an A tier card. But I'm trying to be objective here, so I will give a B tier to Spider-Man. Spider-Man is really good, but he isn't as good as these A tier cards right here, bro. We have to be honest. He's great in control decks. I love the effect. He's really fun to play. He can be a double-edged sword. He isn't that strong. He doesn't offer a lot of power. If you play him badly, you are kind of screwed. So we can't give Spider-Man any more than a B, bro. We have to be real here. Then we have Taskmaster. And again, I like Taskmaster, one of the coolest effects in the game. He's played right now in 2 of the strongest decks in the game, the Zero deck and the Death Wave deck. So we have to give Taskmaster a good rating. Right now I'm debating inside myself, do I give Taskmaster a B tier or an A tier? Because by himself, he kinda sucks. But you couple Taskmaster with Red Skull, with Typhoid Mary, with Death, and you play him in the Zero deck or in the Deathwave deck, and then you have a monster of a card, something really good, something really strong, where you copy the energy of another card without any of its drawbacks, bro, and Taskmaster then looks like an A tier card, you know. But outside of those scenarios, Taskmaster isn't that good either, because by himself he kinda sucks, you know. So I will give Taskmaster the B tier, but he's cool, bro. He's really good, and he's played on two of the strongest decks in the game, and that gives him a good rating, you know. Then we have the Hood, and I have to give the Hood an A tier. I don't care, bro. The Hood is played in a lot of different decks. You can fight the Hood in a Destroy deck, in a Sue deck. You can fight the Hood in the Zero deck, in a Control deck. The Hood is played in the Bounce deck. Bro, the Hood fits into a whole bunch of decks, bro. You have to give the Hood an A tier, because just the sheer amount of play rate that the card has, that just demonstrates that the card is good. So we can just argue against it. The Hood gives you a 1-cost demon with 6 energy, really good rate. You will say, well, that only gives you 4 power. Bro, 4 power for 1 energy? Well, 2 energy because you have to play the demon. 2-4, that's already good. That's already good. That is already better than a Lisa. And a whole lot of times the body of the Hood ends up being good, because you hit him with a Carnage and you have 2 extra power. So the Hood is just too good, bro. We are going to give an A to the Hood. Then we have Thor. Thor is average, bro. He is good, he is bad, he isn't that good, he isn't that bad. We will just give a B to Thor. Not much to talk about him. He's really good on the Lockjaw Reveal deck. Outside of that, Thor doesn't exist, so we will just give Thor a B tier, of course. Then we have Typhoid Mary, and Typhoid Mary finds the same conundrum as the Red Skull, you know. She offers a lot of power with a pretty bad drawback, and by herself she sucks completely. But she can be found in the Zero deck, that is one of the strongest decks. And if you couple Typhoid Mary with Zero, if you couple her with Taskmaster, if you couple her with Venom and with Enchantress, she is a really good card in those cases. But she's worse than Red Skull. So if Red Skull is a B, then Typhoid Mary is a C, if we just follow the same philosophy, you know. So yes, Typhoid Mary is a C tier card, and just because you can play her on the Zero deck, but outside of the Zero deck, Typhoid Mary is a D tier card. She offers just a lot more drawback than she offers points. So yes, she's a C tier card just because she can be played with in the Zero deck with Zero, Venom, Enchantress, and Taskmaster. But outside of that, she sucks. Then we have Ultron. I love Ultron. I told you guys that the Patriot Ultron deck is one of my favorite decks in the game. Playing an Ultron on the Sex Storm, where you have already played a Patriot plus Mystique, is one of the most satisfying things you can do in Marvel Snap. I love Ultron, but let's be honest, boys, outside of that combo, Ultron sucks. Nobody plays Ultron outside of the Patriot Mystique combo. So we have to give Ultron a B tier. We know it, yes, the boy is a cool character. The card is cool, it's original. Where the bots fly to land on the locations, it looks awesome. And yes, that Patriot deck is really strong. It is one of the best decks in the game. But if you take Ultron out of that deck, Ultron just is underwhelming. So we are going to give Ultron the B tier, of course. Then we have Venom. I love Venom, bro. And who doesn't? Venom is one of the coolest characters in the Marvel Universe, and nobody can deny that. Venom is really, really cool. And I don't care if people say to me, you have to give Venom a B because you can find Venom in a whole lot of decks. Venom is only played in the Zero deck and on the Deathwave deck. And you are correct, but in those decks, Venom is a key card. He's a core to those decks, bro. And Venom is awesome. Venom is really cool. I will give Venom an A. And if you don't agree, I don't give a fuck. Because to me, Venom is a nature card. He's really cool. He enables combos. He's pretty much archetype defining in those destroy decks and on those denying drawbacks decks, you know. And Venom is a card that make other card works. That make other cards work. Cards that are useless by themselves are made good because of Venom, like Red Skull, like Typhoid Mary, like something like Sabertooth, bro. Sabertooth is really good if you play him with Venom, but without Venom, Sabertooth doesn't exist. So that is what the power of Venom, dude. I will give an A to Venom. He's really, really cool. Look at that tongue, bro. I don't know why he has that long tongue, but he is a cool card. I will give Venom an A. I don't care. Then we have Viper. We all know that Viper isn't that good, bro. I want a Viper. I don't have a Viper. I want her because I want to play the Bothead deck, the one where you give a bunch of bullshit to the opponent to just make them mad and make them retreat because they can't play anything on their board. And Viper is a key core component of that deck. But outside of that deck, Viper doesn't exist. And even that deck, we know that it isn't that good. So I can't give anything better than a C to Viper. And I don't give her a D because I believe that the things that are on the D tier are way worse than Viper. Viper can be better than those on the D tier, and that is why I give a C to Viper. Then we have the Wasp. And I really want to give the Wasp a D tier, bro. Wasp sucks. I don't like this card at all. But she can be played on the Patriot deck, and she's really good there. And she can also be played on the Lockjaw deck, and she's really good there too. So, by herself, she's a D tier card. But since we are rating cards in the whole ecosystem, because that is what I want to teach you guys in these videos. You can't think about the card isolated, because this is not an isolated game. You play combos. This is a combo-oriented game. And Wasp can enable some cool combos, like playing her in a Patriot deck or playing her in a Lockjaw deck, because you can even play on turn 3, bro. You can do something crazy like playing a Lockjaw and you play the Wasp immediately in the same turn, since she is a zero-cost card on the Lockjaw deck, and she can bring something from your deck, and that something can be an Infinite. Imagine playing an Infinite on turn 3. That is possible because of the Wasp, you know. So I have to take that into consideration, and that is why Wasp is an D tier card and she lands in the C tier. Then we have Wave. Bro, Wave is really good. For a lot of people, Wave is an A tier card. But for me, Wave is an S tier card. And you have to know that I don't have a Wave, so I haven't played her. But I believe that Wave's ability is really strong. She enables a lot of combos. For example, if you want to play an early onslaught because you want to double some ongoing ability, Wave enables that. You can play an onslaught on the 4th turn and then do some crazy combos, bro. Wave enables a lot of strategies like the Deadpool Death Wave strategy. She's played in a lot of combo-oriented decks. Wave enables a whole archetype. Wave is really strong. You can never go wrong with Wave. Wave is even disruptive. You can counter some strategies. For example, if you know that the opponent is playing Swarms and he has discarded Swarms, you play a Wave on the 5th turn, and then on the 6th turn they have a bunch of unplayable Swarms, bro. You completely counter that deck. Wave is a really good card that finds a spot in a lot of strong decks, and I just can't give Wave anything less than an S tier card because she's really good, and she's what defines getting a good card in a season pass. She was the first card in a season pass, the first ever season pass in the game, starting in the closed beta. She was the first season pass, and Wave was really good. I regret not buying the season pass in the Wave season, you know, because Wave is really good and I still don't have her, and I wish I had her because she is really good and she enables some deck that I just can't play because I don't have a Wave. So yes, bro, to me Wave is an S tier card. you can go wrong with a wave. She enables you to play some fun combos, dude. Then we have a Wong, and again, bro, Wong is an S tier card. To me, this is the absolute best card you can. I don't know if it is the best card in the game. Of course, you know that to me, my boy Green Goblin is the best thing. But Wong is pretty much the best pull you can get in pull 3. If you open your first pull 3 card and you get a Wong, you are blessed by the gods, bro. Because that is the best pull you can get from pull 3. He is good in pretty much any strategy you can play in the spectrum of going full on reveal. You can do some crazy stuff with him even in other types of decks, in disruptive decks, in control decks, something with Doctor Doom, something, bro, you can do all kind of crazy bullshit with Wong. You can never go wrong with Wong. One of the best cards, bro. I don't even understand why they gave this ability to Wong, bro. This should be reversed. Doctor Strange should have the Wong ability, and Wong should have the Doctor Strange ability, because Doctor Strange suck, bro. So you gave the cool character the stupid ability. What are you doing, bro? Reverse the roles there. Give Wong the Doctor Strange ability and give Doctor Strange the Wong ability. But yes, bro, Wong is really good. Contesting for one of the best cards in the game. Archetype defining, really strong. He's good in every deck existing. Bro, you can never ever go wrong with a Wong. Then we have a Yellow Jacket. Nobody cares about this card. This card doesn't exist. He isn't played in any deck. There's a lot of people that don't even know that Yellow Jacket exists. And yes, he's a pseudo wasp, but he's a worse wasp. Nobody cares about Yellow Jacket. I really hope someday we get an ability that can turn negative power into positive power, and that day Yellow Jacket is good, like with Hazmat, you know, and doing some crazy combos. But right now, Yellow Jacket just sucks, and we are just going to give Yellow Jacket a D tier. And then we arrive at our boy Zero, the last card to finish and round up this series, and Zero will land in the B tier. Zero is archetype defining, bro. The Zero enables a whole deck, you know. So I intended to give Zero an A tier because he enables one of the strongest decks in the game and one of my favorite decks, and that deck is really fun. But at the same time, that is the only place where you see a Zero. Take Zero out of that deck and you have a bullshit card that doesn't do anything, you know. Zero is only good in that type of deck, in his own deck. But outside of that, he's not a card like the Hood that you play in almost any deck, you know. So I will just give a B to Zero, bro. But yes, Zero, you could argue that he's an A, you could argue he's a B. He's between the two, you know. And yes, bro, this is my list. This is my tier list. We finished. We are done. These were a lot of cards, but we are done. And here you have the Pulse 3 tier list. This is the objective truth. If somebody tells you that something here is wrong, they don't know what they are talking about. This is the best tier list out there. This is the objective pure truth. These are facts, bro, and you know it, I know it, everybody knows it, bro. I hope you enjoyed the video, that this is helpful to you, that you know what cards are good if you find them in your pool 3, that you know in what decks you can use them. And yes, bro, thank you very much for being here. You are awesome. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe to the channel. I really want to get to the 1,000 subscribers. That is like a dream to me. Please help me out, bro. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you are still here and you watch it till the end, thank you very much. You are really, really awesome. And remember, as the great Bill Hicks said, this is just a ride.